Let me ask you something straight. If tomorrow you lost all your money, your job title, your reputation, would you still see yourself as successful? That's a scary question for most of us, because modern society has trained us to measure success by wealth, status, and applause. A bigger salary, a bigger house, more followers, more recognition. And yet deep down, many of us feel empty even after achieving some of those things. We get the promotion and the glow fades in a week. We buy the new car and soon we want another. The Stoics would say, of course it feels empty, because those things aren't success at all. They're illusions. Epictetus, who was born a slave and rose to become one of the greatest philosophers of all time, said, "It's not wealth or poverty that matters, but whether you live according to nature." What he meant was that true success isn't about stacking external achievements. It's about living in harmony with what makes us human: reason, virtue, and the ability to choose how we live. 1. The 4 pillars of true success. For the Stoics, real success came down to practicing the 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Wisdom. Do you see life clearly, or are you chasing illusions? Do you make decisions guided by truth, not impulse? Courage. Do you act bravely in the face of fear, even when it's uncomfortable? Do you stand for what's right, even if it costs you? Temperance. Do you control your desires, or do they control you? Can you enjoy pleasures without being enslaved by them? Justice. Do you treat others fairly? Do you live with integrity, keeping your word and your honor? To the Stoics, if you're cultivating these 4 virtues daily, you are successful, whether you're a billionaire or broke, famous or unknown. 2. Marcus Aurelius, success beyond the throne. Think about Marcus Aurelius. He was emperor of Rome. He had more wealth, power, and influence than almost anyone in history. And yet, in meditations, he constantly reminded himself not to get trapped by it. He wrote, "What remains when fame, money, and applause are stripped away? Only the character of the soul." That line hits hard, doesn't it? Marcus knew that power fades, riches vanish, applause dies with the crowd. The only thing that endures is who you are inside: your character, your integrity, your virtue. So even though he wore the purple robe of the emperor, Marcus measured himself not by how history would judge him, but by whether he lived each day aligned with reason and virtue. Imagine that, the most powerful man in the world reminding himself daily that the only real success is inner success. If Marcus could resist being consumed by fame and glory, what excuse do we have? 3. Seneca, the danger of pleasing the crowd. Seneca, the Roman statesman and Stoic teacher, put it bluntly: "He who lives to please the crowd has already surrendered his life." How many of us are guilty of this today? Posting for likes, dressing for approval, working long hours not because we love the work, but because we're terrified of disappointing others. Seneca warns us, the moment you live primarily for the applause of others, you're no longer living your life. You're living theirs. Success isn't about how many people clap when you walk into a room. It's about whether you can walk into that room without betraying your values. Number 4. Why modern success feels empty. Let's be real. Modern culture is obsessed with rankings, rich lists, follower counts, net worth trackers. None of these existed in ancient Rome, but the temptation was the same: to compare, to compete, to chase. The Stoics would call this slavery of a different kind, because every time you measure yourself against someone else's scoreboard, you hand them your peace of mind. That's why so many high achievers are miserable. They've hit society's definition of success, but their soul is restless. They've climbed the wrong mountain. The Stoic question is different. Are you better than you were yesterday? Did you grow in discipline? Did you have the courage to speak the truth? Did you act justly in your decisions? That's success. Inner progress, not external applause. Number 5. Practical Stoic practices for success. Here's how you can bring the Stoic definition of success into your own daily life. 1. Nightly reflection. Before bed, ask, Did I act with wisdom and justice today? Don't grade yourself by how much you earned, but by how you lived. 2. Detach from praise and blame. When someone compliments you, say to yourself, their words don't change my character. When someone criticizes you, remind yourself the same. Your worth isn't tied to either. 3. Character-based goals. Instead of goals like make 6 figures or get promoted, try goals like be more courageous in meetings, practice patience with my kids, live with honesty in all negotiations. 4. Morning reminder. Write down one virtue you want to practice today. Courage, temperance, justice, wisdom. Then look for opportunities to embody it in action. 6. The journey, not the destination. One of the biggest shifts Stoicism offers is this: success is not a destination. It's a daily practice. It's not about arriving at some final place, becoming rich enough, famous enough, respected enough, because those things are always moving targets. Success to a Stoic is training your soul every single day to become a little wiser, a little braver, a little more just. Think of it like working out. You don't go to the gym once and say, I'm fit forever. You train daily. Success works the same way. It's not a trophy you put on the shelf. It's a habit of the soul. 7. Redefining your own success. So here's the challenge. If wealth and fame were stripped away from you tomorrow, how would you define your success? Would you still be proud of how you lived? Would you still stand tall because you lived with courage, honesty, and compassion? The Stoics would say, that's the real test, because money, status, and applause can disappear in an instant. But virtue, once built, cannot be taken from you. True success is living so that if everything external is lost, you still have peace, because your soul is intact. Modern society will keep pushing its illusions, wealth, fame, applause, but you don't have to buy in. You can choose the Stoic path. Epictetus reminds us, wealth means nothing without virtue. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, even an emperor is only measured by his soul. Seneca reminds us, the crowd's approval is a poor master. To the Stoics, success is not a title, not a bank account, not a follower count. It is the daily courage to live wisely, justly, temperately, and bravely. And here's the most beautiful part. This kind of success is available to everyone, right now. You don't need permission, you don't need applause, you don't even need to wait. You just need to choose today to live by virtue. Because in the end, true success doesn't live in your wallet. It lives in your soul.